Assalamu alaikum. How are you, everyone? Welcome to the 13th episode of Breakdown Series. And today we will talk about the Dr. Jordan Peterson reaction in his latest interview on Sky News. On Sky News, yes. You will find the full interview link in the description if you want to watch it all. It's a long interview, around 45 minutes. And as usual, it was very interesting, very informative interview. But in the last around 6 minutes of the interview, he asked him a question, one of his critiques, and it's usually social justice warrior or feminist. That's people who criticize Dr. Jordan Peterson. It was, as usual, self-centered, man-hating bitch, which is actress. She's an actor and actress and filmmaker, director. Let me get my notebook here because I did my homework. When I got the notebook, it's there's some bombs. So, okay, she's Olivia Wilde. Olivia Wilde is a post-wall female, 38 years old. She born in 10 of March, 84. She's older than me. So you know how post-wall bitches act. They hate men, generally speaking, and they have a lot of problems, mental problems usually. And she's a confirmed radical feminist. She's confirmed radical feminist. And I'm not talking shit here. That's real. I will show you how she is a radical feminist. So we can start. Let me just get the interview. Okay, hold a minute. Let me find the 6-minute clip. That's the full interview. Yeah, it is the full interview. We will find what we want from it. Is it on Sky News? Okay, let me stop sharing this and we will share the interview. Okay, here is it, guys. As you can see, Dr. Jordan Peterson here with Piers Morgan. He's the host of the interview on Sky News. And we will go like line by it, and then we will find out who is this bitch.
It's possible that AI could become,
Okay.
as critiques go, that was
today. And yet in that,
he's a very good looking man. And so that seems all right, and then I said something like,
Okay, so we will watch the last part of the full interview, guys. Here's the important like subject that we gonna break down.
hope he gets my fashion style choice right when he plays me. And it was a joke. All that was a joke.
I mean, you've been so controlled today.
It's really something to word or die. Constantly. It's really
You got very emotional. Why? Told
me, and it was a joke. My fashion.
You've been so controlled today.
And he gets my. That seems all right. That if I had to be played by some, then people completely misunderstood. Respond to it with some degree of humor. My would go see that movie. Those comments. The first thing I did was go look at the preview for a movie. So kind of the end of the Red Skull. That was kind of, that as far as critiques go, time, that
It stung you, didn't it?
piles abuse on them, and enough. But man, and good for them. They're insults. These that category. How deep? Young man to me for a long time. Why not?
Intellectual hero to these people, despicable in many ways. Weirdo loner men. Incel community. It's on you. This insanely. The film director Olivia Wilde has it up. I don't want to, but I have to.
Okay, here is it. Here is it, guys. Just concentrate with me. Okay. Here's the critical question here from Olivia Wilde. A critical comment, let's say.
I'll ask you just quickly. The film director Olivia Wilde has a new movie out, which she says is based on you, this insane man, this pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. Incel being these weirdo loner men who are despicable in many ways. Is that you? Are you the intellectual hero to these people?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, and let me stop here, guys. Let me stop here. What does she mean, Olivia Wilde, by asking Dr. Jordan Peterson that if he's the hero of the incel community? For who doesn't know, what does incel mean? Incel mean involuntarily celibate. Involuntarily celibate. That means the men who are unable to attract or to maintain relationship with women. These are those who people call them incels, involuntarily celibate. So it's usually young men, and men who do not have financial capability, do not have social status, who do not have game, do not have frame. Like on the sexual market value level, he's in the bottom. This marginalized type of man, or this marginalized layer of men in society, they do not have the capability, they are unable to have a relationship with females because hypergamy doesn't give a fuck. So they do not have this capability to formulate relationship with women in general, because they are and here I'm not talking about the MGTOW. I'm not talking about who choose not to have a relationship with women. No, those MGTOW. I'm talking about who want a relationship with women, but he is unable to. Okay, because of his financial status, his social status, he have no game, no frame, no muscle, no appearance. So these type of marginalized men are invisible for most of female, for almost all females in the society. So they call them incels because they are celibate involuntarily. Okay. So she called Dr. Jordan Peterson, he is the hero of the incels community. He is the hero for these men. So what did he respond? He says, yeah, why not? Why not? And Dr. Jordan Peterson is an emotional guy. He have very high agreeableness and very high neuroticism. So he's an emotional man. He's not, let's say, he doesn't have this thickness or like steel mind. He got like the negative emotional impact will affect him a lot. Okay, more than the average woman. You have to understand that from psychological perspective. On the big five traits, personal traits, his neuroticism is very high and his agreeableness is high. That means he's polite, kind, compassionate person. Negative emotion affects him a lot. So, and what is his vision in general? Like his main vision, or one of his main, let's say, goals in life, to elevate and to inspire young men, lost young men, to do something for themselves and to climb the social hierarchy, to be better, a better version of themselves. So she's saying that as it is an accusation. Being a hero for disaffected men and marginalized men is not an insult. Being an inspirational person who inspire young men to take care of themselves, to be better and better human being day after day, this is not an accusation, generally speaking. That's why he responded, yeah, why not? Yeah, I'm their hero. That's okay. So, because Jordan Peterson cares a lot about young men. On the opposite side of the self-centered misandrist bitches in the feminist and social justice warrior side, they do not give a fuck about man mental health. This man care about man mental health. Yeah. So let's keep going.
People have been after me for a long time because I've been speaking to disaffected young men. Now, what a terrible thing to do that is.
As you see here, he's getting emotional because of it, as expected.
I thought the marginalized were supposed to have a voice.
It's making you emotional. Talk about that.
Well, God, it's very difficult to understand how demoralized people are. And certainly many young men are in that category. And you get these casual insults, these incels. What does it mean? It's like, well, these men, they don't know how to make themselves attractive to women who are very picky, and good for them. Women, like, be picky. That's your gift, man. Demand high standards from your men. Fair enough. But all these men who are alienated, it's like they're lonesome and they don't know what to do, and everyone piles abuse on them.
When she said that,
okay, let me give my comment here. That's very important, guys. That's very important to understand, like, the power dynamic of the war here against men. And why do I call it war? Why do I call it war? Because it is war. It is war. Do you think social justice warrior, the mainstream media, the feminists, they give a fuck about, like, the marginalized man? No, they do not. Do you think they care about man mental health? Men have the highest rate of suicide. Nobody gives a fuck about how man feels or his mental health. And this man do. This man do. He really do care. That's why vast majority of his audience are young men. They like him because he's kind of mentor or a hero for them. Most of men in the West are weak, are soft. They are fucked up. They have no masculine figure to look up to, nobody to teach them how to be men. So they look up to such person as Jordan Peterson. That's why they love him. That's why they like to listen to him. They like to read his books. They like to watch his interviews. And he is consistent with his point of view. He is really consistent. He do not really care about such criticization, because he believed that someone have to teach those young men how to be men. Because this lost generation of men, most of them are raised by women, by single moms. They do not have any fucking idea about masculinity, about how to be men, about how to take responsibility, how to take charge. They do not have, because they lived in gynocentric society. They got born and raised in society who believe woman is a sacred sex. And feminists do not like that, do not like who inspire men how to be men. Generally speaking, they do not. So he's highlighting those issues when he responded that these people are lost. Like, these young men are lost. They don't know how to attract women. They don't know how to be a good or better version of themselves. And I'm teaching them how to be that. They are marginalized and they need someone to take care of them or let them find the road, like teach them how to find the way to be a better man. And he mentioned the hypergamy, the open hypergamy in the West, in indirect way, which is like you're demanding a high standard for your man. Good for you, go ahead. Buy a dog and die alone. But these young, defected men who are lost, they need someone to show them the way. And that's what he's doing. That's what he believes in, what he's doing. And I totally appreciate that. And more power to him, generally speaking. Yeah.
Olivia Wilde. It stung you, didn't it? I saw the
Oh, by
reaction.
that time, that as far as critiques go, that was kind of low level. I mean, once I got painted as Red Skull, magical super Nazi, that was kind of the end of the insults. There's no place past that. So when Olivia Wilde made those comments, the first thing I did was go look at the preview for a movie, which I quite liked. I thought I would go see that movie probably, and perhaps I will. It didn't really bother me. My family and I talked about it right away, and we were able to respond to it with some degree of humor, which then people completely misunderstood. I said I hope that, that if I had to be played by someone, he's a very good-looking man, and so that seems all right, And then I said something like, I hope he gets my fashion style choice right when he plays me, and it was a joke. All that was a joke.
I mean, you've been so controlled today, and yet in that brief moment, you got very emotional. Why?
It's really.
He's trying, this host, like Piers Morgan, is a professional host. So, and he have a great experience. So he know how to tackle some subjects to get an emotional reaction from the other party in the interview. So, because he wants a lot of views, and people who work in media in general, like, they are masters of doing such manipulation. Yeah, they need the emotional reaction. They need to make someone cry. So he know where to push to get that reaction. Yeah.
Really something to see.
Look here, he's not interrupting him. He's waiting for the emotional reaction.
Constantly. How many people are dying for lack of an encouraging?
How many people are dying for lack of encouraging? Here he is talking about the marginalized men who got like suicidal, or who they are suiciding. They are doing suicide. They are killing themselves because they have lack of appreciation and lack of encouragement. Living in the gynocentric social order, especially in the West, there is no appreciation for masculinity in the West. And that affects especially young men mental health. It does not affect someone like me. It does not even like move a hair on my leg. No. It does affect young people. it really breaks them down. It's very hard to be a masculine man in the West because nobody supports you at all. Everything is against you as a man. You will feel sorry for being man in the West. That's fucked up. That's why they look up to someone who's like Dr. Jordan Peterson. That's why. That's why they like him. He's encouraging young men to take responsibility. And that's the traditional side of masculinity. And it's good. Generally speaking, it is good. Yeah, it is. They have a lack of that. They do not have such thing. That's why they are starving for such word to hear such words from Jordan Peterson. That's why they have a lot of mental issue that nobody support. If a woman break her nail, you'll got a storm of people to take care of her. If a young man kill himself, that's okay. So nobody gives a fuck. Nobody really care about young men.
Word. And how easy it is to provide that if you're careful. You know, give credit where credit is due. And to say, you're a net force for good if you want to be.
Do you believe you're a net force for good?
Net, yes. In all the details, probably not. You know, no one's perfect. So people make their mistakes as they stumble uphill.
Jordan, it's been a fascinating interview. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You've got this new box set out.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that.
Jordan B. Peterson, 24 Rules for Life and Beyond Order. Fascinating books. They've sold how many millions now?
Well, 12 Rules sold 7, and I think Beyond Order is approaching 1 million now. So yeah, they're doing just fine.
Did you ever think you'd sell that number of books?
I never thought any of this would happen, you know, I mean, so yeah, I knew when I was teaching at Harvard.
Okay, it ends here, guys. It ends here. The part that I need, it ends here. So if anybody have any question, any comment, like you can send it in super chat. It is easy. Like you can push that button in the right lower corner, which is the badge button, and you can send a super chat that I will read. If it was a question, I will answer. So you can support the channel and ask your question in the same way, or you can join the membership of the channel. The basic membership is $5 price, which is a coffee price. So that's the part that I want to show you, and let's find out who's Olivia Wilde. Olivia Wilde is misandrous feminist. What does misandrous mean? Misandrous is the hate or contempt towards men and masculine authority. So she really hates men. And what does when she got famous around like 10 years ago, maybe, or less. And Dr. House series, Dr. House, it's a medical series. I like it. I watched it all, by the way. I watched it all since long time, like before this conflict, because it is good for if you want to watch carefully the high functioning narcissist in the society. When I was studying some of the dark triad, high functioning narcissist and sociopathy, you will enjoy Dr. House series. Okay, it's a medical series. So she got a small role in the season 8 in Dr. House series, and her name was Ep.13 in that series. She started to be famous in that time. Okay, now she is an actress, director, and filmmaker, and her first movie It's called Don't Worry, Darling. Don't Worry, Darling. But is she successful? She is not. Her movie is falling out because she is trying to send a message to the patriarchy. This, this type of woke bullshit movies, such as Wonder Girl, such as Mrs. Hulk, the female Hulk who's twerking. These woke movies, bullshit, who nobody watch. Yeah, she got one of these type of movies, which is a rebellious movie against the patriarchy concept. That's bullshit. It is real bullshit. I saw the trailer. Like I feel an anxiety with just watching the trailer. Ahmad Al Nabawi, welcome, bro. Welcome. Why is the vast majority of the monosphere, you mean the manosphere content? Yeah, manosphere content, including red pill, being attacked lately? And does that mean the red pill is making a noticeable impact they can't ignore any longer? That is an amazing question, Ahmed. That's really amazing question. That means like you are watching and analyzing what's happening in the social media. Yeah, it is. And in short words, like that's a long subject. Recently, in the last 2 years, let's say, Fresh and Fit did a huge impact on the social media. Andrew Tate did a gigantic impact on the social media. He got 20 billion view, 20 billion by B, 20 billion view in the social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and all social media platforms. And he got banned. So people, when he got banned, he got more famous. He's been more famous after banning. On his first stream on Rumble, he got 174,000 live viewer. That's more than all mainstream media channels combined together. Even Fox News, BBC, CNN, they do not get such viewers, live viewers as Andrew Tate Rumble. The Rumble as a platform shares increased the price 39%. 39%. The whole platform share price increased 39% when Tate just relocated to Rumble. So yes, we are getting attacked lately because the red pill awareness is spreading. It is spreading like a fire, and people is adapting this mindset and this praxeology to understand intersexual dynamic, and they love it, and it changes their life. And the red pillar as a content creator from Arabic side and the Western side are getting more and more popular. Can you imagine, Ahmed, a new channel? My channel on TikTok is very new. It is less than 30 days. I got 10 million view in less than 30 days. I never been on TikTok before. Never ever opened. I never got the application itself. I just downloaded last month. I never got it. So I started in the 3rd of September, this previous month, and today I got over than 10 million view. So it is spreading like a fire. And young men, especially young men, love it because it works. It is efficient. It provide facts, not like the mainstream media. provide bullshit, emotional garbage. We provide facts. We let people know how things really works, especially how the men's psyche works and how the women's psyche works. Biological differences, neurological differences, behavior differences, psychological differences, the behavior, especially the behavior. Why do women behave this way? That is one of the most ancient question that man faced in the whole human history. We now have the tools to understand it. That's why we are getting attacked lately a lot, a lot. But we are getting more famous and famous also, more familiar. Yeah, that's it. So let's find out who's this bitch. Olivia Wilde. Okay, I will show you guys why they call her. Okay, wait a minute. As I told you before Ahmed question, actress, she's actress and director, filmmaker. She's 38 years old. She's geriatric post-war bitch. She looked good. She had money, so a lot of surgery and makeup. She will look good. But she's 38 years old. You can't do plastic surgery for your ovaries and womb. No. Egg count does not stop. The collagen percentage under your skin does not go back. No. So she's post-war, self-centered, misandrous, man-hating bitch. She born in 84, in 10 March in 84. She's 5'7", so she's slightly taller than average female in general. As I said, okay, looking at her last movie, you can find the trailer. You can find the trailer on YouTube. It's called Don't Worry, Darling. Don't Worry, Darling. And the main concept of the movie is a small community in the 50s, men and women living in it, and it's almost like utopian patriarchy, and the woman rebels against the patriarchy. They have everything they wish for. They have beautiful houses, they have good husbands. The husbands go and work, they take care of the house, they do exercises, and they take care of the home, and it is perfect. And in the end of the movie, they've been rebellious against this patriarchy, want their freedom and everything. So it's work failure movie. Why I'm saying it is failure, it is falling, because it's getting. This is the second week of releasing the movie. By the way, it is a new movie. 2 weeks ago they released it. It is the second week of the movie, and it's getting less 66% than expected. Less 66% than expected. Usually, great movies will get over expectation, not 66% below expectation. So almost nobody or very tiny minority of self-centered bitches liking the movie, and those very tiny percentage of the societies in general. So it's failing. She is the director and producer and actor in the movie. So she's director and producer, and she based her movie, the inspiration of the movie of it's one of the books. It's called Feminine Mystique, I guess. Feminine Mystique, since the second wave of feminism in the 60s. Yeah. So yeah, the movie is failing. The ticket sales is dropping like 66% below expectation till now, and it's full of shit movie that you will regret if you watch. You will really regret it if you watch it. And it does, let's say, show show you the female as a rebellious hero, self-centered bitch, and directed and produced by a radical feminist. Why you keep saying she's radical feminist? Can you prove that? Definitely, I can prove that. Look at this out. This is the the Daily Mail online. Feminist as fuck. You know, AF means as fuck. Feminist as fuck. Who is feminist as fuck? Olivia Wilde supports women's rights on her t-shirt as she reshoots scenes for life itself. And that's her. Do you see, guys? That's her. She's Olivia. And she wear the t-shirt written on it, feminist as fuck. That means like she's not in the middle spectrum of feminism. She's in the far extremism of feminism. That means she's radical feminist. Does that the only photo that you have? No, I have more. I have more of that. Okay, let's end that, and I will show you a little bit more. There's another photo here. Look at this, guys. You can find this picture on Pinterest. And what does she say? She's wearing the t-shirt says, "The future is female ejaculation." Radical feminist, like she passed by the radical feminist in her way. The radical feminist says the future is female. That was mental health issue. But when you push it forward to the degree that you believe the future is female ejaculation, you know what does female ejaculation mean? Female orgasm. That means that's the future of the humanity, is the female orgasm. Is it clear? Is it clear? The female is the future is female ejaculation. That's what she believes. That's what she is spreading on her social media. Okay? Is that clear, guys? Do you understand? Like, what does that mean? The future is female ejaculation. Okay. I will show you another story on her Instagram. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Do you see? Yeah, it's supposed to be clear. This is Olivia Wilde Instagram story. And what did she say? "We love the clit test." Okay. What does clit test? This is part of female sex organ, which is the clit, the center of neurons. It says there's clit test past the trailer. Olivia Wilde showing how it's done as usual. What does she mean by that? What does she mean by that? There is, okay, I don't want to show the pictures. Let me take it down here. Okay. In the trailer, Can you imagine? Can you imagine how promiscuous the ideas of the movie? In the trailer, she's showing someone between her legs, licking, like doing oral sex on her, performing oral sex on her. And she says, I want to show the people how the proper female orgasm feels. Self-centered feminists, they believe that their pleasure have a very high value in the relationship because they are self-centered. So the man should be between my fucking legs and do his job. That's the idea that she's showing in the movie. You got me? And that story was from her Instagram, talking about the clit test, which is the clit licking test. That's what she believed the man should do perfectly. You got me? Sorry, this episode is not for kids at all. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you in the beginning. This is not for kids at all. That's what she's showing in the trailer. That's the man's job to do this. Okay? Her ultimate type of pleasure. Okay? So after you see the clit test, after you see the future is female ejaculation, after you see feminist as fuck on her t-shirt, that's what she believed in. And her whole message of the whole movie, her main message of the whole movie, as she says, is a message to the patriarchy, which is the traditional gender roles, being rebellious against the patriarchy. So these type of people who criticize the patriarchy, they are really promiscuous. And you can find out that very easily because they are not shy about it. They are very vulgar and very angry when they are spreading their message, such as this self-centered bitch. So that was the main message that I wanted today to tell you about this reaction. You will understand deeply why such people are opposing someone who is kind of figure for young men such as Dr. Jordan Peterson. Yeah. We do not agree with Dr. Jordan Peterson like along the way. That's okay. That's okay. But he's a good scientist. He is a brilliant psychologist. You can learn a lot from him. It's not necessary to be his slave for these people. Oh, you are cheering Dr. Jordan Peterson. Yeah, he's a great psychologist. He published like more scientific papers of anyone famous else in the psychology, in the clinical psychology. So he's a good resource of information. He's a good teacher. He's a great lecturer. So yeah, you can use his material. You can learn a lot from such person. I do not idolize him, but I do follow what he speak, and I do analyze what he says, and I read what he write. That's it, guys. Do not forget, by the way, to follow my channel on TikTok. Today I was banned on TikTok for 2 hours. I don't know why. This TikTok platform is totally crazy. So my channel is disappeared for 2 hours and got back. There is some unpredictability in their reaction. They ban the channel and then they restore it and apologize for it. We are apologizing for banning you. So I don't know. Support the channel why it still exists on TikTok. It's very necessary to support this channel if you believe it adds value as a content on YouTube. You can support the channel through PayPal. The link is in the description. You can join the membership of the channel starting from $5, ending with a diamond membership, which is $50, and you will get free counseling session once a month for the members. Thank you for watching, and you're most welcome. Have a good night, guys. Assalamu alaikum.